little bit harder. You got to be a little bit better. You got to be a little more focused. I was always the most muscular guy. I found a formula that worked on one thing, and I used it on everything. Studied hard every single day. I have never a day that went by that I didn't study.
And today's guest is Ronnie Coleman, and he's 8 times Mr. Olympia and one of the greatest, if not the greatest, bodybuilders in history. Welcome, the King.
Every time I won one, I got that much more hungrier to want to win another. I never rested on my laurels.
When was the first time that you really saw like some big money in your life?
Yo, what's going on?
Mr. Heisenberg.
Yeah, I was just waiting.
On this podcast, we talk about finance, business, and usually success.
Yeah. A lot of tax money. Uncle Sam wants his cut.
And I want you to maybe tell us your story, but from a money perspective. Welcome to Primocast, the official podcast of Grupo Primo. And today's guest is Ronnie Coleman, and he's 8 times Mr. Olympia and one of the greatest, if not the greatest, bodybuilders in history. An undisputed icon of the sport. So welcome, the King.
Well, I think you may have overdone it a little bit on the recognition, but hey, I'll take it.
Yes, like, we are all huge fans of you. Thank you.
I get a lot of love from Brazil every single time I've come. I've been here more than any other country in the world because of the hospitality that you guys give out. And the more I come, the more love I seem to get. I've been here now probably about 40 times. I used to come like 2 to 3 times a year when I was with this other supplement company, and they had great popularity here in Brazil. So I would come a whole lot back in those days. And those were some of the best days ever. You know, I still look back and think like, man, it's amazing how much love I get here. And how much hospitality I get. One time, this had to be the greatest experience ever. We walk into this mall, you know, normally at a mall, it's so big, you know, there's so many people there, but, you know, they have their own agenda. But this one time, it had to be the biggest appearance ever. The whole entire mall was there. Seemed like to see me, and there was some Brazilian athletes there too, but a lot were there to see me because I had somewhat the same experience in India, but nothing like the magnitude of the Brazilian. I mean, I have never ever seen anything like it. There was so many people there that they had to shut it down when we first walked out because people were yelling and screaming, and they were all trying to get in. Started pushing each other, so they shut it down and waited till half of the crowd left. And they brought us back out, and, you know, it was better organized then. But Brazil is easily one of the best places ever with, you know, all the hospitality and the love that I get.
Well, thank you for the words, but you know, Brazilians usually admire a lot people from abroad.
I've noticed that.
But in your case, it's not just that. It's because your results are indisputable. You know, like they're great results. Nobody has ever achieved that.
I try to treat people like I would want to be treated if I came out to see somebody, you know, because, you know, we all have our people that we admire. And if I came to, you know, see somebody, I would want them to be, you know, extremely nice and hospitable to me too. And, you know, show a little bit of interest and act like, you know, you're glad I came to see you, you know. So I try to have that same mindset.
Yeah. Talking about mindset, I have a lot of questions about mindset.
Oh, yeah.
But before going deeper into that, in this episode, we dive into his story, his mindset, his business journey, his investments, and the real relationship with how he built real wealth or money, or let's discover it together.
Yeah.
And we talk about discipline, pain, legacy, and what every entrepreneur can learn from a man who redefined what greatness looks like. And let's get started, because Ronnie Coleman won the Mr. Olympia title for 8 consecutive years. It was on 1998, 99, 2000, 2001, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5.
Yeah, buddy.
How did you do that?
Because every time I won one, I got that much more hungrier to want to win another. So I never rested on my laurels. So if I won, I'm like, okay, I need to go a little bit harder just to keep that distance between me and the next guy closest to me. So it was like I never ever celebrated for a long period of time. I would win the Olympia. Actually, there was always a tour afterwards, so I had to stay in shape for that tour, because normally the tour lasted about 3 to 4 weeks, you know, with all the time in between that. So as soon as I come off my tour, I would rest and let my body recuperate for about maybe a month or 2. But during that time of rest, you know, I would, you know, like going on doing appearances everywhere, because I knew that after that, it's time to get ready for the next Mr. Olympia again. So I would let my body totally rest and not do anything for about 2 months. Just make my appearances, you know, meet with the fans and stuff, because after that 2 months, it's time to get ready for the Olympia Games. So I spent about 8 to 9 months getting ready for the Olympia. So after that 2 months of rest, you know, I start backing off the appearances, start, you know, getting that mindset, getting in the mind of, hey, it's time to get ready for another one, you know. But this time, you got to go a little bit harder. You know, you got to be a little bit better. You got to be a little more focused. So I really had no time to just enjoy it and sit back and, you know, just rest and take it easy. Because if I wasn't, you know, making these appearances, you know, I mean, people won't see you. So I had to do that also. So I never was like, oh man, I can chill and take it easy for a while. I ain't got to worry about the Olympia until about, you know, 2 or 3 months out. No, not me. I'm getting ready to, you know, go to war. We're going to start this preparation as soon as possible. And I remember one year back in 2002, you know, one of the guys got lucky and beat me after the Olympia, and the whispers were on that he's losing it, you know, he's coming down, he's not as big as he was the year before, you know, so we think we got a chance. I'm like, okay, you think you got a chance? No breaks this year. No taking off this year. We're going to start this preparation 10 to 11 months out. There's no rest, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and that's it. And it's time to go to war. And I went from 245 the year before to 285 the next year. And a lot of guys were like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Backstage, when you took off your clothes, it was like an alien had stepped off another planet. And Jay had said that to me, and Jay was, you know, all he got. He was always, you know, in second place. He's like, once I saw that look, he's like, it was funny to me. He's like, I knew right then and there I was fighting for second, because I ain't beating that. He said, I'd never seen anything like that before, you know. So that was a 40-pound weight difference from one year to the next. Now, I'm going to tell you why I was 40-pound weight difference. Instead of, you know, eating a whole lot of food like I'd always done, I decided to hold back on the food and not eat as much. So when it came to get ready, you know, I normally eat tons of food, you know. They said, if you just have to come in just a little bit lighter, you know, even if you come in flat, it'll be okay because you'll still win. I'm like, okay. Well, I came in a little bit lighter, a little bit flat, Still won, but the whispers were on, and they were talking, and they let the guy beat me. He didn't beat me. They just gave it to him. So I like, okay, you want to see something? I got something for you. You want to go to war? I'm going to take you to war. And that was the look I gave him in 2003 when I came back with a major vengeance. I'm not going to lie. I hadn't seen any pictures of me because back then, there was no internet and all that kind of stuff. And as soon as the show was over with, I did an Australian tour. And when I got to Australia, they finally had some pictures up on the wall. And I looked up and I saw them like, holy shit, I look like that. You know, it's kind of different to you when you see yourself in a mirror and then you see yourself in actual pictures. You know, when you see yourself in the mirror, you always like, okay, I look pretty good. But you're seeing yourself every single day, so you don't really see the changes. Once you put that picture up there on like a photograph, it's totally different. And I'm like, holy moly, I see what everybody was talking about now. I had no idea I looked like that. I knew I was looking pretty good, but it shocked me. So hard work, you know, really pays off.
Yeah, you were surprised with the results. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you have to go all out like that.
I want to go deeper and maybe study a little about your mind, because your mindset is probably the base that made you work out so much.
My mindset is who I actually am. But before we get in that, I actually had some gifts I wanted to give you.
Wow, gifts! I like gifts.
And some of these products are kind of new stuff that we're doing. You know, some of these are
these are shakeira in Brazil. What is the name in English? The shakeira.
Shaker. This is one of our newest ones. This is for women. I'm gonna have to get Sydney or Renan to help explain this one to me. But this is new.
This is for women, right?
This is for women. This is for my wife. First time we've had one for them.
Mix
and I'm gonna give it to my wife also, because she has problem in that area.
My wife works with fitness. She's probably going to like it.
So I'm going to let Sydney explain that to you, because it's brand new, something fresh on the market.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I'm not
like... Microphone.
So like Big Ron said, we're coming out with a lot of different products. We just launched the Mix of Felicidade last Monday. And the idea is for the women who are over 30, 35, they start to, you know, lose some of the nutrition part of their hormones. And this is going to help in a natural way. It's a lot of different blends in there, but it's all natural. And then we have all the entire line of pre-workouts, the famous 𝗷𝗶𝗲.
You have pre-workouts?
Oh, yeah. This is the...
I need it.
The extreme. And then we have the regular 𝗷𝗶𝗲. And then we might have a visitor coming in later on, bringing you a special one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's not released yet.
Yeah.
So this is 𝗷𝗶𝗲 Extreme. Like if I use it before workout, I start working out and saying, screaming, 𝗷𝗶𝗲. Okay. And get stronger. Okay. I need it.
Workout and then we have the regular 𝗷𝗶𝗲, which is the original formula.
And are you selling in Brazil?
Yeah,
these are manufactured here.
These are all the products that we have on the Ronnie Coleman BR, which is the international. We are international brand. We're in 121 countries, and we had the opportunity to bring all the products and some new stuff to Brazil in 2023, and we have some stuff here that we don't have abroad. So they gave us the liberty to create some stuff here in Brazil that, you know, matches our legislation and also matches the Brazilian taste, which is pretty much different than what we have in the US, mainly on flavors and everything. And also we have the favorite one, the creatine, which is the most studied supplement in the world. And
I should take creatine every day, right? Even though I don't work out, for example.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Creatine is the most studied supplement in the world. Everybody should take creatine. Like the doctors are saying that there are benefits that they never been studied before. And like I said, everybody should be taking creatine because it's not only for working out or exercising. I'm sorry. It's something that it goes beyond that. So this is one of the top seller products in Brazil. We also do have glutamine and betalanine, which are
Betalanine is a thing that makes you go wild.
Hey, yeah.
Want to crunch everything.
Yep, that's it.
It itches a little bit when you use
It
it.
starts like
Yeah.
crawling in your skin.
Yeah. And the funny part is that is not the property, like the proprietary blend of betalanine. This is a side effect because betalanine is not a very powerful thing for you to do like as a pre-workout, but it helps you a lot on long-lasting exercises. So nobody knows that. You think that when you're tingling, when you're itching, it's working right now, but also it's going to help you when you have a long workout. This is something new here in Brazil too. This is the bars.
The bars?
Yeah.
What flavors do you have?
Off the chain.
We do have.
I'm gonna try to do it stronger. You must take creatine, more creatine.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, bar. Yeah.
Let me ask you, how all of that buddy started?
Day,
like, what was the first time you said it?
I was in the gym one day working out, and where I'm working out at, it's real hot in the gym. There's no carpet. There's no luxuries in there, you know, where you have AC and dirt all over the floor. It's really like a basement, you know, for people that don't really require all the goodies that come along with some of the other gyms out there. So I was in the gym kind of like by myself, and I was getting kind of tired and not feeling motivated. And I was down a little bit, and I felt like I was ready to, you know, wrap it up. I'm like, no, I can't do that. You know, I'm Mr. Olympia. I gotta come on with it. So when I was growing up, you used to always call each other buddy, you know, like, what's up, buddy? How you doing, buddy? What's going on, buddy? You know, it's just like greeting somebody. You know, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take that fresh approach to it, you know, but I need to bring something else into it. And I'm thinking like being positive. Yeah, buddy. So I just out of nowhere screamed, yeah, buddy. Let's go, buddy. You know, like somebody actually in the gym, in the gym with me working out. Nobody's there but me, you know. So I would say, yeah, buddy. And it kind of fired me up just a little bit, you know, and kept me, got me going. So after a while, you know, I kind of got bored with, yeah, buddy. So I was getting ready to do something real heavy on this one particular day. And I'm like, oh man, yeah, but it's kind of getting kind of old. I mean, so let me do something else. I'm thinking that reverse psychology. I'm going to try to fool myself and just scream it's light. Cause I know it's going to be kind of heavy. But maybe if I just scream out lightweight, you know, it might have some effect on me. So I like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And before I got ready to do it, I'm like, okay, that's lightweight. That's lightweight.
That's lightweight.
This is light. This is light. Lightweight, baby. Yeah, buddy. I'll put yeah, buddy on the end of it. And, you know, it seemed to get me going a little bit. It seemed to get me kind of fired up a little bit. But, you know, I got to say it, you know, after a while, it gets kind of old. So you got to come up with something else. And I came with these other phrases. One of them was like, you know, peanut butter was one of my favorite things growing up. And, you know, I used to love peanuts. And I'm thinking, you know, peanuts are kind of light, you know, and then that little bit of plastic shell or whatever it comes in. I won't just say, ain't nothing but a peanut instead of lightweight, baby. And it kind of worked out too. So I would like be like, yeah, buddy, lightweight, baby. It still ain't nothing but a peanut.
You know, I'm writing the RONNIE mindset here. Three tops already.
Yeah. And then there's sometimes when I was lifting some real heavy, you know, it was beyond what heavy is defined as. I would go with like, everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to lift no heavy ass weight. And then I go, but I'll do it though, So I just added stuff, along the way.
Very nice. I have a lot of questions. Do you have more things?
Yeah, no, I'm just to wrap it up. The bars, you said, what flavors do we have? We have peanut butter with 𝗔𝗽liche, white chocolate, cookies, and brigadeiro, which is a Brazilian. Yeah. And here is also our new protein. It's king protein.
Whey protein.
King protein, which is a blend of whey protein and milk protein, which makes very creamy, and you're gonna like it. And unfortunately, we're gonna send back to you some of samples. We do have our Brazilian peanut butter that it's called a not but a peanut. Ain't not but a peanut, which is his flavor to like whenever he got like a lot of stuff going on, like a lot of heavy weights, it's like, oh, ain't not but a peanut. So we decided to, our thermogenic is also lightweight, baby. So we trying to, reproduce all the products with all his saying, which is going to relate to the brand. And, I do believe that people in Brazil are loving the brand. We are growing really fast. We just, this week with Ronnie presence, we went to some of the marketplaces in Brazil to introduce the brand as official store. So that's it. I'm going to leave you guys to it because that's not my show. It's your guys' show.
Okay. Right? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for all the products.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, yeah. Let me put this here.
The bag is mine also?
Yeah, the bag
is yours.
I like it.
This is an incentive for you to go to the gym.
Buddy on the bottom.
150 kilos. My goal.
Yeah. You can do it. Ain't nothing
only
to
by
it.
eating pizzas.
Let me just and you can take a look. This is.
Show the camera. Show the
Yeah,
camera.
buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Do you want some coffee? No? I won't.
No.
Okay.
Olha só, o mercado fitness está vivendo o maior crescimento da história e a PanoBianco está liderando esse movimento. Hoje eles têm mais de 350 unidades e mais 200 em implementação. Ou seja, até o final de 2025, eles vão ter 500 academias já implementadas. Ou seja, é a rede de academias que mais cresce e a maior franqueadora de academias do país. A partir de 950 mil, você já pode fazer parte dessa marca que já mira o top 3 mundial aqui de redes de academias, tá? E agora a PanoBianco conta com a chegada do 𝗔𝗽će𝗶𝗲, que ele é SEO da Planet Fitness, que é a número 1 hoje do mundo. Então, PanoBianco mais profissional e aí rumo ao top 3. Então, se você quer empreender com propósito, com alta performance, já quer trabalhar com uma marca consolidada, vou deixar o link na descrição aqui para você, um QR Code na tela, para você se cadastrar e fazer parte do negócio da PanoBianco, beleza?
So, Ronnie, I have like tons of questions.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to divide it in 2 parts. Because I really want to talk about your mindset and your winning mindset, actually. Because I think anyone with a winning mindset can transport it to your business. So if I work in finance or on bodybuilding or on sales, I can use this positive mindset. So I want to talk a little about that, but also I want to talk about money and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So I'll start talking a little bit about this mindset because I want to go a little deeper and then we go to the business area. Okay. So you said 3 things that kind of shocked me. You told me that one of the secrets to winning 8 times was not celebrating as much.
Exactly.
But I hear from different kind of people that you should celebrate, but from other kind of people, you shouldn't celebrate because you need to start preparing for the next season, for example.
Exactly.
How do you relate this celebration? Do you think we should celebrate, we shouldn't celebrate, or is it a price of the result? How do you relate it?
I think you absolutely have to celebrate every single accomplishment because that gives you the motivation to continue to be good and be great. So after every Olympia that I won, I would celebrate, but not for that long. I get my.
How was your celebration? I'm curious.
Yeah, we would.
Can you tell us?
Yeah, I can tell you. Okay, first we start out in the room. You know, after the Olympia was over with, I have to make my appearance at this banquet where I go in, you know, do the politic thing, shake hands, you know, take pictures. You know, I do that as fast. Well, sometimes I would do it before, but most of the time I would do it after. So after the Olympia was over, I had to do a photo shoot after every show. And that takes about another hour, hour and a half, somewhere now. So I would go ahead and do my photo shoot and run back to the room, you know, and celebrate maybe for about 20, 30 minutes, something like that. We have like 15, 20 pizzas in the room, 15, 20 bottles of Dom Perignon champagne in the room. And we do our quick toast right there, yell and scream, yeah, we did it again. Have our, you know, a few slices of pizza, not many, because, you know, I got to go to a banquet, so I got to act like I'm a little bit hungry when I get there. So I eat those few slices in my room, toast, you know, the champagne, because it was probably about 30 of us in the room, because I had my whole entire family. When I say my whole entire family, I'm talking about nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, you know, grandmothers. I had quite a few people in the room celebrating. So after we did that, we went to the banquet, you know, and I didn't eat that much. I just have a few bites, act like I'm eating. But, you know, I ate just a little bit, and then I had to take pictures with, you know, all the people that were at the show and stuff. And as soon as I finished that, I would go to McDonald's.
Really? How many hamburgers would you order?
About 2 or 3.
Only 2 or 3?
That was it.
Really?
Yep. I'd eat like 2 or 3, what was mine? Double
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Yeah, there you go. Double cheeseburger, but the big one. And then I, you know, top that off with like 5 or 6 chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
I got to get my sweets in there too. And we do that. And after that, we head straight to the strip club.
Really?
We celebrate.
Alone or of people? With friends?
No, this is the whole family. My mom.
The whole family?
Yeah, my mom.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a thing in the States.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a thing for us. You know, we different.
Okay.
We go to the strip club and, you know, get the girls come over and dance, you know, shake the booty in your face.
Oh my God.
We doing it up.
With all the family.
We rent like 2 stretch.
You're really different.
Yeah. Like I just told you,
No.
we're different than the other families. We rent like 2 or 3 stretch limos, you know. Go over there and hang out at the strip club for like maybe another 2, 3, 4 hours, you know. Drinking and booty shaking in the face. With the girl, I'd have my girlfriend with me. And
you didn't have your girlfriend.
I did have my girlfriend.
You did?
Yeah. She beat it right there, getting booty shaking her face too.
That's crazy.
My mom was there, her sister, so my aunt was there. We still partying, you know, celebrating. That's what you do when you celebrate. You know, you have fun and enjoy yourself. That was a lot of fun, you know, getting some different booty shaking in your face. You get tired looking at your girlfriend sometime, you know, so you get some new booty.
She didn't get nervous.
Oh no, she knew I was coming home with her, so she get booty shaking her face too. Hey, we all together. You dance for her now. I'm tired of you. Bring the next one in.
And the day after the celebration, you started training already?
I go back to photo shoots the next day.
Photo shoots.
Photo shoots, you know, for the magazines and all that stuff. That contract with the magazines too.
Yes. Oh man. And another thing you said is about the fool yourself mindset. So you told me about, no, it's lightweight, baby.
Lightweight, none but the peanut.
and you talked like this so your mind maybe could believe in this.
You scream loud enough, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, is this a thing, in your opinion,
And
to achieve something? Because for me, when I used to work out,
Yeah.
not like you do, but I used to lift heavy weights for me. And it was not something
I know what you mean.
I like, you know. And I each repetition, I was anxious to finish it.
No.
But I need to
I
tell
mean-
my mind to keep going. And you told me to fool myself so my mind can believe on something that is not true until I made it. So how do you relate it to this winning mindset?
Well, to me, I'm a little bit different, right? You know, I have this passion.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to get to the gym. I'm looking forward to working out.
But
and
because you
lifting
liked
heavy
it,
weights.
or because you like
That's because
the
I like
results
it.
of that?
I started working out when I was 12 years old. I fell in love with it at 13.
But why did you fall in love? Because you liked
Well-
lifting, or you liked the results of lifting?
I hate to put it like this, but none of us really asked to be here, right? You know, God put us all here. And He put us all here for a reason. We all have a calling. We all have a purpose. Each and every single one of us has something that we love doing and enjoy doing. Look around the world and you'll see it for yourself. I mean, you might take, working at McDonald's lightly, but there are people who really enjoy doing that. And I experienced that too when I worked at Domino's Pizza for 2 years.
You worked on Domino's.
I worked at Domino's for 2 whole years delivering pizzas and making them. And I really and truly loved doing it. Had fun doing it. Just wasn't making enough money for me, at the time. So I couldn't do it for that long. But the time I was in there, I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. We would have pizza making contests all the time. I was, get off into something different, keep the motivation up, and you had fun doing that. So each and every single individual, each and every single individual that's born into the world has a calling, has a purpose. It could be working at McDonald's, like I said. It could be working at Pizza Hut. It could be drawing, drawing,
I used to
painting. It could be helping people, generally helping people to heal their body, being a nurse, being a doctor, being a psychiatrist, being a senator, being in the House of Representatives, and also being President of the United States. All these are gifted people somewhere, somehow. So each and every single individual that's born is born for a purpose. So mine just happened to be working out.
And glad you find it when you were younger, right?
Found it when I was 12 years old. And I'm tell you how I found it. When I was about 9, real early, 9, 10, 11 years old, it started at 9, because I can remember back this far. Every time I would go somewhere, people were like, man, you kind of muscular. You work out it? I'm like, no, I don't work out. I'm just a kid. What's working out anyway? And it just kept on for like 2-3 years. Everywhere I go somewhere, somebody would just ask me, as a 9, 10, 11-year-old kid, after a while, you get kind of interested and just mind is wondering, like, all these people are asking me if I work out. First of all, I'm tired of saying no. So now I want to do something different in that area. So at 12, I just walked into the gym one day and just started working out, started doing, what I thought was working out. I see some photos on the wall and see some people doing stuff. And I'd also, every now and then there will be books in the gym, people working out. So I just look at those and start doing what they were doing. So now I'm going places. People are asking me, you work out, you kind of muscular, you look kind of good. I'm like, yeah, I work out now. I work out everywhere I go. I can say I work out now. And after a while, I started like, man, I enjoy this. I feel kind of good. I can see my body, growing a little bit, even at 12 years old, because everybody just grows, And about a year into it, I'm like, I really, really, truly love this. And I started looking forward to doing it. And then I was in junior high, and one of the guys from the high school came over and saw me. He was like, man, you pretty muscular guy. You need to be on our powerlifting team. We really love it if you joined our powerlifting team when you came to the high school. I'm like, man, I would love it. And my first year in high school, I was on the powerlifting team, traveling with those same guys all across the state, competing in powerlifting shows. So I fell in love with powerlifting. So now I'm getting bigger and stronger, and girls are all excited when I come around. So that is encouraging me to work out.
Made you work out more?
Because I getting stronger.
Yeah.
And I kept getting bigger, and I kept getting more muscular, and I got more attention.
Let me ask you this. Why were you so competitive and disciplined on working out? Because, for example, there are people that does it because of their family, for example. There are people that makes it because they want to get money, because they want to achieve and win something. What was the reason you did that on that level? Was it because of someone?
No, it was something from within. I like the way I felt. Seemed like I had more energy throughout the day, and I was happier, And then, like I said, I got these looks from people like, man, this guy look good. And then, of course, the girls were interested in me, and so that made me feel real good about myself too. So I'm looking at all this positivity I'm getting from working out, and I'm just getting more passionate about doing it. And I mean, because of the way I felt, it seemed like I got more energy throughout the day, especially after I worked out. I felt like energized and ready to take on the world. And that just stimulated my mind in a way at that age. And of course, it just builds up your confidence. You doing other things. You like, oh man, I conquered that gym thing pretty good. If I conquered that and felt good and saw some results, I can do it in just about anything. So I started getting into, learning, getting into reading, getting into writing. I worked on everything that my teachers was like, man, you need to work on your writing. You can make it look better than what you're doing. You can do better than that. So I would just practice my writing and stuff. And then I would be in these classes where you had to type. And again, my instructors, you need to work on that. You need to get better at that. And I'm like, okay, if I can do it in the gym, I can do it just about anywhere I wanted to do it. I just take that same mentality that I had in the gym and I would apply it to the classroom. And it always worked out. I got to the point where I was typing 65 words a minute instead of doing 10, 15 when I first started. So there was always progress in everything I was doing because I was always applying myself. I was always finding a way to motivate myself and get better because I saw how the results had worked in the gym. So I pretty much applied that to everything I did.
Okay.
I found a formula that worked on one thing, and I used it on everything.
I was watching some videos of you the day before yesterday, and you were a policeman, right?
Yep.
And you were a big one.
Big one.
A big
Biggest
one.
one out there.
And I laughed when you told to somebody that all of your colleagues at the police had a fight someday.
Yeah,
But you never
I never
did.
had one.
You never had
Nobody
one
never challenged me ever.
because
And
you
I
were
went-
giant.
I was a giant. I was a beast. I was King Kong.
What was like your peak size and weight
330.
in kilos?
In kilos, like 140, huh? Somewhere in there.
140, 150, something like this. Like 150 kilos, and your height?
5'11".
5'11 is?
I don't know what that is. Height.
Pesquisa no GTD pra gente. Wow, you were big, man.
I was pretty
And,
big.
you know, all of us heard your story in some way.
Hmm.
But there's a perspective that I'm very curious about that maybe nobody ever heard. Because I looked for these kind of videos and I didn't find it. On this podcast, we talk about finance, business, and usually success
Yeah.
in all areas. And I want you to maybe tell us your story, but from a money perspective. Like when you were younger, did you have money? How did you grow up? And then you started winning championships. On 98, you won the first Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
And I searched it, and the prize was $110,000. So how was your financial life until today?
My financial life back then was great because I only made
Back
100.
then, you mean by on your childhood or winning the Olympia?
I'm gonna tell you, even as in my childhood, my life was pretty good, and I'm gonna tell you why. I started working at a grocery store when I was 9 years old.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, man, if I want to buy my own stuff, I'll just find me a job and do it that way. So at 9, I was working at a grocery store, making a little salary. And then I just carried that mentality on to something else. I would go around the neighborhood and pick up cans and pick up bottles and just sell them. Back then, they bought stuff like that at the local, supermarket, and the grocery store would buy these cans and these bottles.
So you searched for cans and bottles,
Yep.
and you came to the supermarket
And
and grocery
sold them.
store to sell them.
So made money that way. You could also pecans are a real big market in Louisiana. So I would go, and the pecan trees grew everywhere. I mean, you could just go down the street and there'll be a pecan tree in the area. A lot of times they were in people's yards and people didn't even live in that house. So you just go and knock those pecans down and take those to the market too. They bought pecans all the time. And there was always some kind of way to make money in Louisiana. This one guy, he would pick us up early in the morning, like real early, like 4 o'clock in the morning. And he would take us to these fields, these cotton fields. And you would chop cotton. And you would make good money, like back then it was like $10, $9 an hour.
Wow.
The minimum wage was like $2 an hour. And you make like $40, $50. And that's a lot of money back then. When the minimum wage was $2 and they're paying you $9 and $10. But like I said, it's the hardest job ever. Because it's hot in Louisiana and it's humid. You could only do it from like 6 o'clock in the morning to like 11 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the only time you can do it because it's too hot to do it after that. People would faint from heat stroke and stuff like that. So they wouldn't let you work past that. But you make a real good salary and you out in these hot cotton fields. There's no shade nowhere. You have to drink water every time. You got these long rows of cotton. By the time you got to the end of it, you had to stop and drink water and rehydrate and go back the other way. And you were bending over, chopping, just chopping. chopping, chopping, bending over, going all the way down this road. It's about the size of a football field put together, 2 of them. Just imagine how long that is. Just imagine how you bent over, chopping, just chopping. And it's hot outside. It's humid outside, very hot. Hot at, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. It's heating up. By the time it got to 11, it was real hot. You couldn't work past that. It was too hot.
And you did it when you were 9. Like you were working.
I started doing that by the time I was like 12. I couldn't, not at 9, you can't do that. You got to be a little bit
9
older.
was grocery store.
9 I was in the grocery store just sweeping up outside. I would be in the cooler, it's got the refrigerated cooler that you can walk in. And I would be stocking drinks, Coca-Cola, Sprite, all those drinks. I would be stocking beer. They sold beer in the store, at the store I worked at. I would be stocking the beer, and this night I had to put on a jacket to go in there. First of all, it's so cold in there, I could do that at 9, 10 years old. That's easy. Stocking up drinks, stocking up beer, stocking up alcohol, sweeping the store, mopping the store, putting groceries up. I hated that grocery truck. Every time I saw it, I was mad and upset. But I knew it was a long day. When you stocking those groceries, it's taking hours and hours because you got to take it out. You got to stamp it. You got to put it on the shelf. You got to, make it look real pretty, make it look real good. Those were some of the worst days ever because it took so long. It was so tedious.
But why did you start? You started because you wanted to, or your
I wanted
parents?
to make extra money. My mom
that age
couldn't make all. It's 5 of us. She can only do so much. So I'm trying to help her out. You ain't got to buy for me. I can buy my own stuff.
I admire you. I admire you.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy my own tennis shoes because my mom wanted to put me in those firecracker tennis shoes. I don't want to wear that. I want to wear. They didn't have Jordan, but they did have Converse. I'm like, I want to wear Converse. I want to wear those nice shoes. And she didn't want to buy that. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy my own stuff, So that's what I did. I bought my own shoes. Sometimes, I see certain clothes I like. I will buy my own clothes. And this at 13, 14. By the time I got to 15, I had 3 jobs.
3 jobs?
3. I'd work at that grocery store.
Okay.
And then on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, I would work in the park in recreation. They would have these intramural basketball games. And I would go out there and keep score and work the clock for them. I would, write down everybody's score. And then my other job I was working at a restaurant.
And the studies.
And my studies.
That's impossible.
I was a hustler coming up.
You're a hustler.
So I had 3 jobs at one time. I worked all 3 of them. The restaurant and the grocery store, I worked every single day. Every day. Monday through Sunday. And the other job, it was only 2 days a week, but I would go to the grocery store. As soon as I got out of class, that would be like 4 o'clock. I would work the grocery store from like 4 to 5. We actually got around 3:30 or somewhere in there. Everything is close by. I could walk from school to the grocery store. But I had my own car, so I got there faster. And I would finish at the grocery store around 4 o'clock. I get there at about 3:30. I finished around about 4:15. And I had to be at the restaurant at 5. So I worked the restaurant from 5 and it closed at 10. So I worked the restaurant from 5 to 10. And then I go home and start my next day. I got home around about 10:30.
You didn't even have time to spend the money. You were just earning money.
Oh,
right?
I was spending money. I had some days off now.
Really?
I didn't work every single day. I had, we worked maybe 5 days a week and have, 2 days off. So, and like I said, sometimes I got off from work early enough where I could, hang out with girlfriend, whatever.
And this routine was until 15.
No,
No,
that
you
was all the way till I
kept
was
going.
18 years old.
18 years old.
Because
Okay.
at 18, I graduated high school and went straight to college.
Okay. And were you working in the college also? or-
No. I didn't work in college.
Uh-huh.
But I did after a while.
But you were working out already, right?
Because
you started on 12.
I started at 12,
At 12,
working
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Mhm.
I got to
Were
college.
you big enough at 18 years old? Like,
I was the most muscular guy on the team. Even when I went to college, I was the most muscular guy on the football team there too.
mhm.
I was always the most muscular guy everywhere I went. No matter where I went, I was always the most muscular guy there. I remember one time my instructor came to me in college, just one of my accounting classes. He's like, man, you got some big arms there. What them things are? 22, 20, 21, 22 inches? I'm like, oh, no way they're that big. He's like, dude, those are some 22-inch arms. But I'm telling you what I know. And I'm like, nah, they ain't that big. He's like, I tell you what, let's make a bet. We made this bet. And he got his tape measure, brought it out, and he measured my arms. They were 22 inches. And this is like my third year in college. I had 22-inch arm, all muscle in college.
It's big.
That's when I knew I had big arms, actually. You walk around, you see yourself all the time. You ain't really impressed with yourself, That ain't really nothing to you because you see it all the time. But somebody else, that ain't never met you before, and you walk around like that, they're like, whoa, that guy's kind of different.
What kind of reactions you used to have from people walking around?
Whoa, that guy's big and muscular. He kind of
From people who didn't even know.
Oh, yeah.
What was the craziest reaction you've ever had?
Oh, man, I've had so many reactions, so many crazy reactions. It's kind of hard to say which one is the craziest because they were all really crazy. Everywhere I went, they were shocked. Like I said, you get used to it after a while. And you don't think nothing of it. Whatever. I heard that before. Been there and done that, So you're not really thinking of it too much, after a while,
Okay, but when did you really start getting money from your workouts? Because you went to college at 18, maybe left with 21, 22, I don't know.
Yep, 18 to 22. Yep, you're
okay,
right.
And after that?
After that, I went work for Domino's Pizza.
To Domino's.
Mm-hmm.
I love Domino's.
Never forget it.
I love Domino's.
I did too. I ate it every single day. That was my
Every
dinner.
single day?
Every single day I was eating Domino's Pizza. Not every other day. Every single day. And I worked about 60 hours, a week.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes 65 and 70. I remember this one time I opened the store up at 9 o'clock in the morning and worked all the way till 2, 3 o'clock the next day.
Wow. But delivering pizzas or?
Delivering pizzas.
Delivering pizzas.
Making pizzas. I was doing it all.
If I order a pizza and I open my door and I see you with a pizza, I'm not sure if I'll open my door, I'll close the door, man. You're too big.
Trust me. You gonna open that door because you are starving.
If I didn't open, you will kick it.
No, trust me. Every time I went to deliver pizza, people were real happy to see me. If they wasn't happy, there'll be something wrong there. It'd be some kind of setup. But they were real happy to see me with that pizza because they were really, really hungry.
Yes.
Yeah, they would do all the, wow, you big guy stuff later, But the first thing they saw was the Domino's pizza car pulling up, we had to have these lights on the top of our car, so that people would know, it's Domino's delivering. And they wanted people to see that in the neighborhood, that Domino's delivery. See that light there on the top of the car? They deliver to your house.
People love
loved
receiving
it.
pizza. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love. Yeah,
Yeah, they love pizza.
yeah.
And I made a lot of money at Domino's
Really?
delivering pizzas.
You started saving some money on Domino's, or
No.
You spent all.
I spent a lot of money on rent, car note, insurance, clothes. I was, buying everything I needed for myself,
So your net was almost zero. Like you got money, spent money, but no.
I didn't make
savings.
enough money. I'll just say it like that. I was so in debt, that after a while working with Domino's, I'm like, man, I need to hurry up and get another job. Well, it wasn't going fast enough. So a buddy of mine had this paper route, and I'm like, dude, I need another job. I ain't making no money here at Domino's. He's like, well, I got this paper route, and I need a little help. So if you want to come in, I give you a few days. You can deliver papers for me. I'm like, cool, dude. I'll take that. He's like, I give you $50 a day, and all I had to work 2 hours. I'm like, I'll take it. So here I am, Domino's Pizza, delivering pizzas for, $5, $6 an hour. And, I got this, college degree. And not only am I delivering pizzas, I'm delivering newspapers. I'm like, man, something got to change. This ain't working out, because I'm going on all these interviews. Nobody's hiring me. I mean, I'm all excited, to go on these interviews, and I'm all pumped up in the interview session, but still nobody's hiring me. I'm going on interviews like every single week, but nobody's hiring me. I'm like, oh man, this is too depressing. I got this college degree. I graduated with honors at the top of my class. I had like a 3.7 GPA on a 4.0 scale. I graduated with honors on the dean's list. I was on the president's list, all this time I'm in college, because I studied hard. I studied hard every single day. I have never a day that went by that I didn't study. So I wanted to be rewarded for it. Well, after working with Domino's for all that time, I'm like, it's time to change. This ain't Domino's thing is getting too old, and I'm not making enough money to survive, no matter how many jobs I work along with it. I got to change fields now. And every time I got the classified news section papers, they always said, hiring police officers, no experience needed. Because on all the interviews I went on, they was like, we want to hire you. We're real impressed with your GPA and your work ethic and all that in school, but we need somebody with experience. I'm like, well, damn, give me a job and I'll have some. They didn't see it that way. They wanted you to have experience before they hired you. I'm like, forget this. I'm going for something else. And like I said, that ad for the police department, it was real big sitting there, and that no experience needed was real appealing, because that's what everybody wanted me to have on all my interviews. And I'm like, hell, I ain't gonna get no experience. You don't hire me. Police department was like, you don't need no experience. We're going to pay you a nice salary and everything. All you got to do is apply and pass the test, pass the physical agility, and you are hired. Just like that. So I changed my field of major, and applied to the police department, took that test, passed it with flying colors, took that physical agility test, passed with flying colors, and I was hired.
Wow. On the police department.
And I used to always say, man, that's the worst job. I ain't working no police department. I don't want to work there. That's people trying to kill you. I don't want that job. After a while, that job started looking pretty good to me.
What year was that?
That was 1980. I worked Domino's 87 to 89. I graduated 86.
Okay, and police was 90s.
Police was 89.
89, okay.
Yeah. March 20, 1989 was my hire date.
Okay, and you worked on the police for how long?
Till 2003.
2003, so 14 years at the police.
Yeah. Exactly.
you worked a lot there.
Almost 15 years.
So while
and
you
while
were...
I was full-time Mr. Olympia.
Wow. And why didn't you leave the
I
police?
loved that job. I had a lot of passion, and I look forward to working every single day. I couldn't wait to get to work. I
Really?
knew I was going to have fun.
Mm.
A lot of fun at that. I knew I was going to enjoy it. And I was very passionate about working there. So passionate that I couldn't wait to get to work every single day.
Was something like... is there any hard story that you lived when you were working at the police?
Sure. That's some hard stories, but when you got passion for something, hey, you kind of learn how to deal with it, you know. I remember this one time, man, I saw so many dead bodies. I'm like, oh man, I can't take this no more. I don't want to do this no more. But I had that passion. I remember the supervisor came to me like, I was on a call, a guy died. He was an old man. He died from cancer or something. And I'm like, oh man, here we go again. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What we got?
What is that?
Oh, whoa, what is this? You got my formula, my new formula?
Where's my money?
Yeah, oh yeah, I got these guys here that gonna pay you your money. These guys right there, that one and that one right there. They're gonna pay you. This is the yeah buddy I was looking for, huh? It's the new formula?
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
Mr. Heisenberg.
I've been waiting on this.
Mr. Heisenberg.
Yeah, I'm Mr. White.
Mr. White.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I got your money.
I got your money right
You
here.
got, they got my money. They got the money over there. Oh, they got your money, but I've been waiting on this. This is the new yeah, buddy black.
That's not the agreement. But the yeah, buddy black's delivered. Yeah, buddy.
I've been waiting on it. What took so long? It finally came out. I've been waiting. This is the new pre-workout energy
What is this, Ronnie?
one powder. We got yeah, buddy, regular, and we got yeah, buddy extreme. But they wasn't strong enough, and I needed something with a little bit more caffeine.
More strong than this one.
Yeah, more stronger than yeah, buddy extreme.
Wow.
But this one has way more caffeine and other ingredients to give you the pump and the energy that I've been waiting on, because back home we got, a little bit less restriction than what they have here. So we can put as much caffeine and other ingredients in products that you can't use here in Brazil. So we had to come up with something different.
Mm-hmm.
We had to work around the stipulations here, and that's what this is. This is the new Yeah Buddy Black, more powerful, more energy that you got.
Can I use it?
Better ingredients in here, and it's got more caffeine, beta alanine, everything in this one. And we've been working on this for probably about 6 months to a year. I've been waiting on it to come out.
I should take it before working out.
Oh yeah. This will give you more energy than that one, and this will give you better muscle building also.
Huh? Can I check it?
Oh yeah. Took us a while to come up with that, but it's here now.
Black.
I couldn't wait.
Mr. White's lemonade.
Yeah, Mr. White's lemonade. Yeah,
Mr. White's lemonade.
I know Mr. White could get that formula done for me, whereas nobody else could do it.
Did Mr. White put something else here?
Well,
maybe
it's the secret.
It's the secret ingredient.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll try it.
Yeah,
I'll try it.
Specification. Yeah, that's yours right there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
One of the first ones to try it. It's not even on the market yet.
Oh,
you got one.
So this is pretty special.
Yeah, but it's been tested.
It's been tested.
It's been tested, and
Okay.
it works amazingly.
Okay.
You'll be one of the first ones to have it.
I'll use it with henna on my new gym.
Oh yeah.
So, Mr. Coleman, we were at the police.
Yeah.
At the police. You were working like 14 years, and you were telling me about some hard parts of the job.
Yeah. I got tired of seeing all these dead bodies, because, you got to go home, and you're all depressed about, oh man, another dead body. How many more do I have to look at? You know, it's bad enough that you got to go and see somebody's head blown off. But even, you know, you got to watch these older people die too. I'm like, yeah, man, this is getting the best of me. And I remember one day I was like, oh man, it's just an old man. I ain't got to go up there and look at no dead body or nothing. I'm tired of this. And the supervisor shows up and, what you got going on? I'm like, yeah, I got another dead body. Whatever her name was. I got another dead body, you know, guy died of old age, and you know, it's nothing out of the ordinary. So you know, just another dead body. She like, well, did you go up there and look at the body yet? Make sure everything's okay. I'm like, no, I didn't do that, Chief. I just went by what they said, and you know, I've seen so many. And never out of the ordinary. She's like, no, I need you to go up there and look at the guy and make sure, you know, it's no foul play or nothing. Like, okay, I'm on my way up there. And I'm like, man, I'm getting tired of looking at all these dead bodies. This is getting old, you know. That's the only time, you know, where it got to me where I was just like, I'm not too happy about this part of the job, but hey, if I got to do it, I got to do it. You know, it can't be all that bad, but you know, it's just one of those things, one of those days, you know, where you just got fed up with doing it. But you know, they pass. You know, they pass, and the next day, you know, you don't get that for a while again.
But from a money perspective, you worked for 14 years on the police. But while you were working at the police, you won 4 Mr. Olympias. And how was your money situation back then?
Oh, yeah.
It started improving.
It started improving big time. I not only have a retirement plan with the police department, because they took it automatically. They make sure you gonna have something after this, you know. And you don't have no choice in the matter because this is for your benefit. Well, it got to the point where also, if you want to, we'll start you another retirement program and we'll match whatever you put in. But, you know, the highest you can go is 6%. I'm like, well, that's 6% is good enough for me. So, hey, let's do this. So I started another one. You know, retirement plans. So now, you know, I got these 2 retirement plans that's fully invested, fully matched by, you know, the police department and the organizations also that one, the second one that I got. So I got all this money now. The police department, you could take that at 60. And other one that they matched, you could take that at 59. Well, I'm 61. So I can take both of them right now. But the longer you leave it in there, the more it is, you know, for, you know, it become greater, you know.
Multiplying.
Yeah.
But like, when was the first time that you really saw like some big money in your life?
When I won my first Mr. Olympia.
It was your biggest check yet?
My biggest check. I took that check and put it on my house.
You invested in your house?
Yeah.
Like
the whole check.
The whole check?
The whole check. My house, I bought my house for $125,000. I mean, it was a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-car garage, brand spanking new house, never been lived in. I got it for $125,000. And I put about $10,000 toward that, 125. So that reduced it a little bit, you know. And I moved in there in 1996 it was.
Yes,
And I
your
won the
first check was
Olympia.
98, right?
Mm.
On Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, and I got my first big check in 1998. And yeah, I paid off my house.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
30-year mortgage.
30-year mortgage.
30-year
And
mortgage.
you paid it already.
I paid it already.
But a year later, you got another check.
Yeah.
What did you do with that?
Bought a car.
With the whole check.
Yep. It was
And the next
nice
check.
car.
And the next check on 2000.
Well, I started saving, you know.
Okay.
I started putting money in retirement plans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After a while, you know.
Did you get money from sponsors also?
Yeah, I got money from sponsors.
More
also.
from sponsors or from the prize?
Oh, sponsors.
Sponsors.
Most of the prize money I spent getting ready for the Olympia. It cost a lot of money to do.
How much money you used to invest in yourself, in your body, to
Probably
reach
about
that peak?
70, 80,000, somewhere in there.
A year?
A year.
A year. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a pretty good amount.
That's a pretty good amount.
It's almost the price.
Pretty close to the price.
And during the years, you were being more acknowledged.
Yeah.
As
I'm learning
a
more.
Mr. Olympia winner. You probably had good sponsors.
They had great sponsors.
Magazine covers, interviews.
Tons of covers.
And then, what was your sources of income when we were growing up? And what did you do to that money until today, for example?
Well, of course, you have to pay taxes. You know, it's a lot of tax money. Uncle Sam wants his cut. And then you got
a lot of taxes.
Yeah, you got Social Security as part of taxes. So I was paying a lot of income tax, Social Security, and you know, savings. I put money in savings, and then I would see nice stuff that I wanted too. Like one time I had 4 cars.
4 cars.
Yeah.
Why does every bodybuilder likes cars? I can understand why.
I don't know.
All bodybuilders I know love cars.
I've always been big time into cars for some reason or another. I've always just liked them. The way they, you know, the new technology, I'm going to be honest, it's the new technology that they come out with. Like on my new Escalade, the doors open automatically and close automatically, you know. And so it's just all this different type of technology that they come out with to keep your interest level high. And then they did something that I really love. They put more horsepower in it. It went from like 400 horsepower into a big old car to 700 horsepower. And I'm real big in the horsepower in the car, especially, you know, an Escalade truck, you know, a big car that does 0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
Wow.
Where, you know, the cars are doing 0 to 60 in 1.9, 1.8 seconds. So, yeah, I'm into that test.
You love cars, right?
I love cars.
What cars do you have today?
I have an Escalade today.
Escalade. It matches you.
Yeah. I have the V.
V.
Yeah, they call it Escalade V. I guess the V is for victory. I don't know.
When I go to the States, I usually rent a Escalade because of the big family, you know?
Yeah. I do.
car.
I rent the Escalade too every time I take my family on vacation.
Yeah.
I always, they don't have you can't rent a V though. The V is very expensive, very expensive. Like I said, it has 700 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. So it's a big, nice, smooth driving, fast car.
Let me ask you, are you an investor kind of guy? I mean, did you invest in S&P 500 or bonds, stocks, Bitcoin? What is your history on investments?
Well, no, I didn't do any of that yet, but I've been thinking about it. That's my next big thing. I'm gonna get into investing in some apartment complexes because I got a good buddy of mine who's already doing it. He's like, man, all you gotta do when you're ready, let me know and I'll get you in there, get you in the door. So That's my next thing. I'm gonna get in apartment complex, invest in
Real estate.
real estate. Yeah,
Oh,
and that's my next thing right there. I was trying to get the property next door to me, but I just didn't have the funds yet. So I'm gonna still try to see what I can do with that too. You know, just real estate just right next door to me. You know, so that's my next big investment, real estate.
Okay. And today, your business is basically your brand, right?
Yeah.
How's your business today? Because it's
doing
not
real
only in
good.
Brazil, right? It's global.
Worldwide. We distribute to 130 countries worldwide.
130 countries.
130 countries.
What is the size of this business? Like,
well, we are not where we want to be. We're still working to get there every single day. And every single day it gets bigger and better. We started in 2011, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $4 to $5 million a year now. Coming up on 2024 was the last year. We were right at almost 25 million a year, somewhere in there. So every year it's better than the year before. Because COVID knocked us back a little bit, but we are on the fast track to getting back in there, you know, and overcoming that also.
congratulations. And to finish, Ronnie, I want two things. An advice for anyone willing to be at the highest level of their industry.
Yep.
An advice for me that is building a gym in my home and I want to get better, get in shape, you know. So two advice to finish it.
Well, in business, you know, I'm not well versed, but I'm not so bad because I have a degree in accounting. So that's helped me be able to do numbers and stuff like that a little bit better. Now I can understand the percentages and all that a whole lot better. But for the most part, it's all about knowledge. So I try to get with people that are very knowledgeable about business. And like I was telling you about my friend who's been investing in these apartment complexes and has done real well with it. I mean, like real well. So I want to get off into that next. And it's all about knowledge. And I've been learning from as many people as I possibly can. So every time I can get with somebody that can, you know, give me some knowledge about growing a business and getting better in business, I'm all ears. So as far as that goes, knowledge is king. The more you have, the better off you're going to be. And like I said, I always try to learn as much as I can from other people that are very knowledgeable about it. Same thing I did with bodybuilding. You know, same thing I did when I was in college. I always got with people that was very knowledgeable and that was a little bit smarter than me, and I learned from them and got better. I apply that same notion today in business now. You know, I just get with somebody that's very knowledgeable. And simply enough, same thing you can do. You know, find somebody who's very knowledgeable about working out and learn as much as you possibly can from them while working in the gym. And I can highly recommend a friend of mine who lives here in Brazil that's real good at getting people to the next level when it comes to working out. That guy's name is Renan. And he's probably around here somewhere.
And happily he's my friend. Yeah, and he'll help me.
And he will help you.
Body of dreams.
He will help you get to the level you want to go. Okay.
Ronnie, and how can everybody finds you on social media and your products, your business?
I'm easy. For my Instagram account, you know, it'll take you all my other accounts basically. And that's Ronnie Coleman 8. Easy. My name with 8-time Mr. Olympia.
And to find your products, just search
same thing again. Ronnie Coleman.com BR.
That's it. Ronnie, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Not only for coming to Brazil, but to visiting us here on our office and to giving us all those advices. Congratulations on a journey. And you are an inspiration for us.
My pleasure.
And also, I think there is another.
Yeah, we got more stuff for you.
A lot of presents.
We got a statue here.
Wow.
With me,
Oh,
this
it's
is
you.
exactly how I look on stage. This is replica. It's me on stage.
Oh man.
With the big muscles
This
and the
is-
striated glutes and all
How do
that.
no?
striated
This is
front.
AI, right? This
No,
is AI.
this is me. This is me. This is how I look on stage. Man. This is not AI. This is me in the flesh.
Oh man,
And I'm gonna sign all this stuff for you. And
that's
you know, I've been
crazy.
here. I put the date and everything here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby.
Lightweight, baby. This is the secret.
Feel ain't nothing but a peanut. Yes, sir. That's how we roll.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put this in my gym.
Oh, yeah.
Give me an
Give you a
inspiration.
little bit of inspiration there. I messed that up already.
Wow.
That's okay. I get this one going pretty good too here. And
Pega
I
pra mim,
definitely
viu?
want to thank you for inviting me out. Glad to be here on your show, and it's very informative to me. And I hope, you know, pass along some
Tá
good
louco.
knowledge to some people.
Que isso? Loucura, hein, mano? Mas na boa. Vai chegar numa briga. Do nada. Ele chega, ele só tira a camiseta e faz assim, ó. Esse cara corre. Todo mundo. É o superpoder. Ai, meu Deus. So, people, this was Ronnie Coleman. Thanks for the audience. Waiting for you on the next episode. See you.
Yeah, buddy.